fiction, which is already becoming a reality, how to open the green door to the future, the net profit of a clear country, and it is possible to prevent global warming. Alternative energy sources, unique technologies, and what you never knew existed. Life Science, watch it now. A person who has felt the winds of change should build not a shield from the wind, but a windmill. Mao Zedong. Today in the program. Hear the breath of the sky. All ingenuity is simple. We have developed such a generator. It's like Lego as a connection. Invent your own bicycle. I understand why people say to each other, don't reinvent the wheel. Overcome the strength of elements. If you study the graph over the years, both the price and the cost of a kilowatt hour, you can see that the traditional electricity is growing. The power of the wind has no borders. A very unusual idea. It is quite extreme, but there's nothing impossible in it. Where to build your own mill? Who is he associated with? How not to build a shield against a storm? And what will you do to sing us now, O winds of change? I'll ride with the wind. More precisely, with a wind generator. Very unusual idea, it's quite extreme, but there is nothing impossible in it. It's an extreme idea, yet we keep quiet. It's just a rehearsal on a simple bicycle. A simple bicycle should be propped up somewhere, and this one can stand anywhere. This is number one. Then I wanted to create a very soft form of transport in which even a pregnant woman can ride. A resident of Bishkek, Murat Bek, a children's doctor by profession, decided to create a new generation bicycle which everyone can manage, and he created the Elo bicycle, although at first no one believed that everything would turn out, even his own daughter. He said, listen, Naina, I have an idea, and he had some sketches of the bicycle. I saw the wheels, some kind of construction, and to be honest, I didn't really understand. Here they are, those first drawings made by pen. He immediately decided everything will be done by sight without computer. I understand why people say to each other, don't reinvent the wheel, because it's easy to come up with it. It's difficult to do. Not all of them reach the end. In his design, he came to the end. He worked in the garage. In the process, he went over the automobile springs and other parts. And so, week after week, month after month, the bicycle slowly appeared. It was first without wheels, an electric wheel, and without a battery. A wind generator will supply the battery with energy, Murat Bek decided. It will be charged from the wind, and I have replaceable batteries that will change along the way. Therefore, I can ride in a day, maybe from 250 to 500 kilometers. It remained a matter of small importance to find those who would help to design a suitable wind generator. Such people were found in Kazakhstan. I was fortunate enough to find in Kazakhstan, in Almaty, a person named Jambulat, who came up with everything. The most interesting thing is that he's a lawyer by education.
Что самое интересное, он юрист по образованию.
He does not even have an engineering degree, and he came up himself with the kind of wind generator. I spent all my life inventing. I liked it since childhood. We made airplanes, airplane courses, rockets, helicopters, all that sort of stuff. Thanks to this, I managed to solve the problem with the source of energy. He created a wind generator following the parameters that I needed.
Именно под те, скажем, параметры, которые мне нужны были.
It's a story about how an idea can unite countries. Together with Jambolat, we have developed this mobile module, an ordinary trailer. It's supplied with a wind generator.
Поставлен ветрогенератор. Это передвижной модуль, обыкновенный прицеп.
Almaty, the oldest factory in the Republic where electric motors are made. We are engaged in the production of domestic wind generators based on this plant. There are no equivalents either in Kazakhstan or in Russia. The engineering group is very powerful. The plant was founded in 1942. All the machines, all the equipment, specialists have been working here for 40 or 50 years. Moreover, all material is also from Kazakhstan. An electric generator is what turns mechanical energy into electrical energy. That's what no one does. It's only done here. We did not come to the invention of the generator accidentally. We have our own peasant economy. Electricity was too far to be pulled and expensive, so we had to invent. So we invented it. We liked it. It works and fully supplies us with energy and water. We have an autonomous peasant economy. When one neighbor, another, a third asked to make the generator, that's how it went. Now we help the inventor from neighboring Kyrgyzstan. Wind energy is to the benefit of the people. It's been more than 1 century now. The wind in the whole world is the wind. In other words, it's the breath of the sky or the kinetic energy of moving air. Mills, sailing ships, weathercocks on the roofs of houses. When and at who for the first time had an idea the wind was not so bad, it's unknown. Nevertheless, it's believed that this was one of the first stable sources of energy mastered by man. The wind and the sun are absolutely sufficient for providing energy for all mankind, any boundless future. And if you look into the past, wind aggregates aged more than 2,000 years were found in China and Egypt. And in Europe, this achievement of civilization became known thanks to the Crusaders, only in the 12th century. The first wind power plant appeared in Denmark in 1890. Today in the world, there are about 50,000 stations using wind power. It's very accessible and easy. In terms of environmental friendliness, they are completely harmless. All audible noise is 95%, just the sound of the wind. If you do not come closer than 300 meters, then the noise level is the same as a refrigerator in the kitchen. A shimmering shade from the blades can also negatively affect human health. Again, from a distance about 500 meters, there's no problem. It works and works. No attention is required. Absolutely noiseless. Just install and forget about it. A few more statistics about harm to animals. According to research, out of 10,000 birds, 1,000 die from cats, but only 1 from wind turbines. True, this does not apply to bats. They die often because of the turbines. But there is another reason, in the infrasound, which allegedly the wind generators produce. And yet, from such aggregates, there is more benefit, much more than harm. It does not harm human health, animals, in particular birds, at all.
В частности, птицам они не приносят никакого.
It's believed that the most cost-effective installation are coastal and those that are located in the watercourses themselves. It's planned that in the near future, floating wind farms will operate in ocean spaces, supply electricity to the needed, and by way of taking energy from the wind will save us from possible storms. It is possible only the wandering knight Don Quixote, who fought with the windmills, and the rest of humanity, including Spain, is still very happy with them. With the help of wind in this country, they produce about 20% of their electricity needs. First, it's balanced and safe and sufficient anywhere. To obtain it, you need the minimum cost of material resources.
С минимальными затратами материальных ресурсов для ее получения.
Moreover, all progressive mankind, following green technology, celebrates the Day of the Wind on June the 15th. The European Wind Energy Association and the World Wind Energy Council have become the initiators of the unusual holiday. The main goal is to draw public attention to the huge potential of wind power. If you study the graph over years, both the price and the cost of a kilowatt hour, you can see that the cost of traditional electricity is growing here.
На нем стоимость традиционной электроэнергии растет.
According to experts in Kazakhstan, the potential of wind farms is 10 times more than the country's needs for electricity. The Republic is in the Northern Hemisphere's wind belt, and a fairly large amount of air currents are observed on a significant part of the territory, which makes these areas very attractive for the development of wind energy. The cost of alternative renewable energy is declining. According to forecasts, they'll be equal in maximum of 5 years, and then renewable energy will become cheaper. Good areas for wind are the central parts of Kazakhstan, the Caspian Sea, the south, and other places. For example, the Jungar Gates, where the average wind speed is up to 9 meters per second. It blows well, winding up the kilowatts. The first wind farm in Kazakhstan, Kodaskaya, was put into operation 6 years ago in the Jambul region. Today, experts say wind power in the Republic is only at the beginning of its development. Therefore, it still has everything ahead of it. And as for our weather, our constructions are perfect, our inventions are sure. We had some experience. We put both Chinese and German wind generators of small capacities. According to our climate conditions, with the gusts of wind, the Chinese generators simply could not stand it.
Значит, особенно китайские генераторы, они просто не удерживают.
In some parts of our republic, the average annual wind speed is more than 6 meters per second. There was one real case where the blades were turned off. The generator burned, and there were many cases like this. And we, Jambalat continues, do not accidentally start making aluminium windmills. Airplanes fly for 40 years and have no problems, and in service there are no special difficulties either. All ingenuity is simple. We have developed such a generator, it's like Lego, as a designer. Any person, even a little bit handy, can put it together. It's not difficult. It's very convenient, especially for remote regions, the inventor thinks. We just send this ore, we apply the scheme to it, and the person puts it together by himself, and he just sends us a photo report. So, in the near future, the inventor from Bishkek will fully appreciate Kazakhstan's quality on his bike. A soft stroke, stability and speed develops up to 90 kilometers an hour. The Elo bicycle of Muratbek Now, it's over 700 kilometers into testing, and ahead there is more than 1,000. The run will start from Bishkek, pass through Almaty, then we plan to participate in the expo in Astana. Cyclists from other countries have already joined Muratbek. They also want to participate in the historic race. Move towards the goal and help move others. The Almaty workshop. Here they develop and produce batteries for electric bicycles. We create batteries that allow you to accumulate the energy. How you can use it in the future, that's another question. It's here that the charger is made for Muratbek to drive with the breeze. The main task during this long trip is to charge the batteries that will be installed on all the vehicles, for example, on a trike. Yes, the battery is here. Here it is, the charger. Yes, it'll charge.
Батарея находится здесь, вот ее зарядное устройство, да, которое будет заряжать.
The design of the wind generator is quite simple. It allows you to easily and quickly replace the parts and fix problems, if it's necessary, of course. The wind generator itself will be installed on the roof of a technical trailer. We hope that the wind will help us charge our batteries all the way. Each battery usually consists of many smaller elements inside. Here, for example, we see a battery for an electric bicycle and it looks assembled.
Вот так вот она выглядит в собранном виде.
In the form of acting, you can not only move forward, you will live the opportunity to have lunch and have breakfast on the road. This module is not just for bicycles giving current and charging batteries. It makes tea, coffee, and provides radio and internet. Travel and comfort at least, Muratbek hopes, despite the impossibility in thousands of kilometers, and he already agreed with this in his bicycle. I think that he has his own electric soul too, so I have a dialogue with him. I told him, if you pass 1,000 kilometers, you'll not break anywhere. I'll go with you. The Elo bicycle itself does not mind. It supports the idea. By the way, when the bicycle Elo Eco Race gets to Astana, it will be possible to compare and discuss other wind turbines, including those presented by Kazakhstan's friends of Muratbek. At the expo, there will be 3 wind generators of Kazakhstani production. A whole segment of alternative energy will be covered at the Expo 2017. It's exactly what people are now striving for: wind, water, and sun. And in fact, about the historical route of the run. Bishkek, Almaty, Astana, Yerevan, Minsk, Moscow. Why these cities? I have an idea: to unite people and tell them, do not sit at home, do not be afraid, the world is open. With this long circle, it's planned to return back to Bishkek. It will be an epic run, and it has already begun.
Будет эпический пробег, и он уже начался.
The Eurasian Economic Community is the territory of the eco-race, chosen not on random. This territory, where you do not need a visa, where you do not need anything, is open to all undertakings, to all production workers, to the exchange of experience. I want to find local kulibins. Let them know each other, let them share what they've invented, and let all this benefit everyone, Muratbek says. He says what he believes. I want them not to be afraid that they will be fooled, because he's an economist, but he's engaged in washing machines. I'm a doctor, and I was unable to assemble an electric bicycle without any knowledge, without a ruler, just by eye. Maybe someone does not believe, but his daughter does not doubt. This wind of change will be a passing one. I want to participate in his bike rides, see the countries. He always tried to show us something new, to show in general that life is beautiful.
Показать вообще, что жизнь, она прекрасна.